Yo, it's Eric, let's talk stuff. It's no surprise that the way children grow up in 2025 is completely different than how they did 50 years ago, due to the social media age and technology primarily. But have you ever questioned why, what consequences this has, and if there's any philosophical reasons why it shouldn't be the way it is now? That's what I'm going to be going over in this video. The exact pros, the exact cons, and exactly what it means to grow up as a kid in 2025. I can promise you one thing, you are going to learn something valuable from this video, and it's worth watching. So, it was the early 2000s when social media really started popping off, but the first social media platform was actually made in 1997. It was called 6 Degrees, and it was the first platform where you could create your own account, add friends, post photos, post videos, and build a community. Then in 2003, we got MySpace, Facebook in 2004, YouTube in 2005, Twitter in 2006, WhatsApp in 2009, Pinterest and Instagram in 2010, and then Snapchat in 2011. The rest is history. Now we are met with a generation of kids that has every concept, every idea, every bit of knowledge, every bit of political stances, every indoctrination, manipulation, literally everything at their fingertips 24/7. And they're given phones young, so is this a bad thing? Well, it's complicated. See, with the rise of accessibility to information, it's clear that these future kids are going to be more intelligent than previous generations, or is it? Here's a study done by the Natural Library of Medicine. It's a study on linking intelligence to screen time, game time, and sociability on social platforms in kids ages 9 to 12. There were 3 major discoveries that were found. The first discovery is that kids who played video games ages 9 to 10 showed that they were more intelligent than the average bell curve 2 years later. 2. Kids who were 9 to 10 and watched videos, YouTube videos and content, long-form content like this, were slightly less but still more intelligent than kids around them 2 years later. And 3, kids who socialized on these platforms like Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, socialized with their friends were just the same. They didn't improve, they didn't become worse, nothing. It was just same stuff. If you take a look at the study, there are many factors. So for games, you could say, well, which games were they playing, right? Of course, but this data is pretty sound and it's pretty clear. So if you want to give a read to the article, I'll leave a link to it in the description. But what's the trade-off? If you're getting a bump in intelligence by playing video games and watching shows, what is the trade-off? Well, it's attention span. And I know this isn't shocking to you, but bear with me here. We're not only decreasing the amount of attention span we have, but we are also completely changing what our attention span is drawn towards. Time with family, in-face time with friends, sports, physical activities, you name it, it is decreasing by the day. These portions of human life are being cast out because it's more comfortable, it's easier accessibility, and everything if it's just the phone that's right here, dude. I mean, you got the phone right here. Why would you go run around and do all this other stuff when you've got this? And this is a threat to what it means to be human and a threat to the philosophy of humanity. What I have learned from studying is that long-term gratification is what brings happiness, not what is most accessible. You have to define values for yourself, define beliefs, and as you do that, you start to learn which type of gratification you want in that moment. Not something that's easier to control and alter. When we teach kids that easy equals good from a young age, one issue that becomes so prevalent, and it is how much higher the rates of depression and nihilism have become in the last 20 years. Let's look back 50 years once again. You got all of your information either from a black and white TV with 8 channels on it, a newspaper, word of mouth, or a radio station, okay? The majority of your life was lived where you were at in that moment. But now we have the perceptions of things like yachts, supercars, beautiful women, perfect lives, insane vacations, sports moments, and things of this nature. And it has completely changed the way that these kids think. People 50 years ago were comfortable with being bored and comfortable with being normal. Now they're not comfortable with being normal. Now you have to be extraordinary. Not everybody is Isaac Newton. Not everybody is LeBron James. And that is okay. Shit, I know I'm not LeBron James, dude. I'm like 6'2", 210 pounds, LeBron James would just dunk on me from half court. But with the rise of these platforms, their attention is focused on these things. And since they are more intelligent, they understand the implications of how to achieve these things. And so then they realize that they can't do it. And they're not willing to settle for less. And this causes a gap of depression, a gap of nihilism that causes them to think they're not enough. Especially when it's mixed with the laziness and the comfortability that the social media age has taught them. It teaches them the nihilistic tendencies, the depression, the anxiety. It teaches them that they can't be who they want to be. Everybody is genuinely special and different in their own way, but that's what makes us all the same. So this is my final claim. While the consumption of video games and media increases the base intelligence of these kids, if you combine that with the shortening attention spans and changing what their attention is focused on, it results in nihilistic tendencies, depression, and overall negative effects on their life. And philosophically, this is an attack on what it means to be human. People no longer think within moral structure and belief systems, but rather they just give in to what's easiest and call it a day. God, it really was that damn phone, wasn't it? Obviously, this doesn't mean to never use your phone again. Your phone is one of the most powerful systems in the world, and it is amazing. It can help you in so many ways. You literally have access to every book in the world at one purchase for $2.99 on the Google Play Store. You've got access to all types of long-form content, short-form content that can help you become more intelligent. There's studies all over the world that with one Google search you can find and educate yourself. This is a good thing if you use it correctly. So teach your kids in the future, or if you have kids now, teach them now how to use it. You don't have to limit their use, you just have to teach them how to use it the right way. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you to Aiden here for recommending that I make this video. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate the support. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, check out my other videos if you guys appreciate the content. And I will be seeing you guys later. So deuces. Peace out.